Lady D Denise Gomez, and I have exciting interview segments and features inside the zone. For recording artists, you can sing? Well, Inside the Zone, second Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. is for you. Writers, share your story, no man, in From the Author Zone on third Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. Male Zone has unbelievably juicy stories of love, heartbreak, and triumph. 7 p.m. has never been this good. On Mondays, it's news, talk, engaging features at 7 in the Monday Drive. And Center Stage has everyone talking on Thursdays. Be a part of the show. Email me insidethezone@gmail.com or call me 914-304-2592. For 2 days, the 5 o'clock hour is hot on Fit FM 96.7, www.fitfmja.com. Your life, your music with Lady D Denise Gomez inside the zone. Catch me on Monday at 5 p.m. for the Monday Drive, keeping you in the know in the city you walk, drive, and reside. And on Friday, yes, at 5 p.m. for Center Stage, the platform where voices are heard and people connect. From abroad to yard, Trelawney. Granny Chronicles. Them say the older the moon, the brighter it shines. But Lord, when Granny did talk it, come with wisdom and discipline. And if you want skip your chores, she say, what sweet nanny goat I go run in belly. Come in, Max.
My granny used to say, let me spit on the dry before you come back. Yes, if you grew up in my era, those were the words you would hear from your grandparents. So join us Saturday morning and Saturday morning runnings, 10 a.m. sharp, Facebook Live and YouTube Live. Because guess what? If your granny or your grandpa they grow, you will know it, it's there. So come join me now. Go put in on the 2 cents.
Join with this Saturday morning for the Granny Chronicles inside the zone with Lady D and the crew on YouTube. Like, share, and subscribe.
Me say, if you ever go down a river and stay tan too long, see what go happen with me. A very pleasant good morning to the audience. We want to say morning, good morning, wagwan. How are you? Una good? Are you doing well? Hello, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to the show. It is Saturday morning runnings with yours truly and the crew. And we are here this morning to have fun. We always have fun. Last week, Max and I flew solo. We flied solo. We flew dead solo. We were on our own solo.
Me and Jackie missed the flight. Sorry.
And I could have sent for Uncle Ken's donkey had you sent a note over quickly enough.
I tell you, the telegram now move as fast like it used to move before, you know.
Well, hey. Yeah.
Yes.
How are you, ladies? What are the ups to in the nice Saturday morning here?
Why? Me up to one old lady. The old lady. So I'm dressed for work, and the old lady is there waiting for me. She soon call me.
Oh, okay. Well, hey. So you're getting a professional hands-on experience.
May I tell you.
Mm-hmm. Of a very sophisticated grandma. Hands-on experience of a sophisticated grandma. But
oh yeah.
We want to say greetings to everyone joining us. It is the Inside the Zone YouTube channel, Granny Chronicles this morning. And I know
Lord.
that many, a lot, a whole heap of people have
Enough, enough.
enough,
You know what?
abundant.
I'm not seeing anybody in the chat. I probably need to. Are you
Yeah,
guys
they are
seeing
here.
everybody else? The audience
I'm
on your
seeing.
side?
Mhm.
Okay, so I think I need to
Do
log in
something.
differently.
We'd like
Okay.
to welcome you one and all. And as you're joining us, could you just share the link with someone you know, your coworker, your family member, your friend, somebody who you want to say, hey, you remember when Madi used to do so and so? Send over some more of the notes, man. Make we talk about grandma. And while we made reference to the Jamaican sayings or proverbs, but that was not all. It was a good whipping if you did something, if you had a grandma with that temperament, or, she was very lippy. You had some lippy grandmother, and you had some who just tell you their mind, insults left, right, and center. But we did love them anyway, even though we coil, but you love them. So we want to share this morning about Granny, the Granny Chronicles. Now, maybe some of you never called your grandmother Granny, but to send the message across, we know what we mean. That is grandmother, and she did not tolerate many things. And many of
Foolishness.
us are the better for it. We had even had to say to our children or our grandchildren that when I was young, my mother did, and you could reel off what she did because it helped you along the way. So, ladies, all is well in the Satideh here, and we're going to talk. So, everybody, so Jackie, you gave your tale that you have your granny to go look after.
But
Somebody else granny, but a granny anyway.
Granny, great, great, great.
Nevertheless.
Oh,
Wow.
96,
Nevertheless.
96, I'm very lippy.
Wow.
Very lippy. I have
Lord.
every bit of her faculties together up there.
yes,
That's good.
Nice.
I have a mouth
That's
like no
awesome.
other.
and you know that when they realize that they have everything still in place,
Yes,
it empowers them,
yes,
so they are doing
yeah,
Yes. Oh,
a bit
yes,
more
it does.
challenging. Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So, morning. Let's do the roll call quickly, and then we can start. Because Max, I know you have your granny story.
Oh, Lord. Plenty.
Elect. So, morning to Vero. She said, "Good morning, Lady D Green." Okay, and friends, and look who. Hey, hey, him
Ryan.
early. Him say, okay, Queen, love the background. Well, usually I use my green screen, but this is actually the host
Yes.
background, yes, so thank you.
But they kind
And
of look greenish.
hey,
Aye. Listen, she was invoking that green long before the green came in,
actually came in. You figure that,
Because,
yeah.
You know what me I talk about?
yes. So
Out in,
we
it
leave that
was out
story
in the
to one
universe
next
long
show.
time. Yeah.
Right.
We leave that story for another show. Because we still haven't done
Yes.
the welcome back and the introduction.
Right, properly. So
Okay.
to do that, to go do that. So we can I was about to say we can create a topic out of that.
Oh,
Believe me, my mind gone
Of
just a long
course.
time.
long time.
Your mind quick.
Long time.
So
Me almost write it down, but
yes,
me not have a pen right here.
yes. And I have
You
one,
write
but
them in your head.
I have one in my head, but I don't think it would be suitable for
Ahem.
as a topic. Headlocks.
Okay. We would have to vet the audience first.
Right. So
Yes.
what is that morning to to Charlesy. She says, so glad to see us again.
Oh, yes.
It is
Thank
the
you,
bar
Charles.
area. It's the bar area. Mm-hmm. Him say, "Ma come over, come
Okay.
right over. Come on, can't wait." Drea says,
Yes,
good
and
morning.
BYOB when you come in.
Mm-hmm.
Bring your own bottle.
Yeah. Well, Ryan, no need for carry fee on.
Oh,
Back office story.
okay.
Drea out of Barbados, good morning. Yes, July. And we love red and green. Yes, all right. So, morning, everyone. So, Granny Chronicles this morning. Who wants to kick it off? Because as we are talking about with grandmother, quite possibly it will be comical, but something in there should be able to, kind of stir some memory in somebody who would
Mm-hmm.
like to share nuggets or what have you.
Come here to me.
Mm-hmm.
Me did tell you, sir, you know, fit do that. So much time. Me did tell you, sir, you fit that.
All right.
Same sir. Same way.
Hey, oh, you know so. And by
Every
that,
syllable. Every
and
syllable.
and by
Is
that
that
time,
Break
it?
up the
Every
beating.
you
Break
syllable
up
just
is
the
that
beating.
it?
skip.
Break up the beating in a syllable.
They have to drive home a
Just like
point.
that.
Them driving home the point, you know.
Hi. That was a good one, Jackie. So, Max,
Yes.
what's your
And,
story?
and well, I have a poem that I want to share.
Okay.
I don't know if I should start with the poem because it's kind of like lengthy, and then I have to leave at 11. So I'll just
Oh,
start
book
off
in
with
a
my
half.
poem.
Book in a half.
The-
And do the other half later.
Or
okay, so
talk
let me see. All
fast.
right, so let's see how that one. Me talk fast. So it's entitled
Talk fast.
Jack for All Trade, and it's all about my grandmother. It say, yes, this is another story all about me one granny. She was the center of attraction. She did touch everybody's life, husband, picnic, and wife. Our first trade was district shop around, because everybody used to carry them shopping list when she got town. She buy for Miss Giles who live next door, and my mother Nicey who live up the road. £2 of cabbage, £3 of spread, and sometimes a few yard of cloth to make frock. Then the time things the cheaper town. So she never mind to be a come around. Cause doing this, she did get enough respect. Plus she did very honest. So nobody never have a fret. Sometimes them never used to have money for gear. Them just say, Miss me, buy them for me till you come back. So she sell a little load, green plantain, carbine banana, sometimes even thinking tour, and carry back downtown and parade for the district. Like she done try to make history. Wanna hear this? My granny could have never read her right, but she was bright. Bright enough to keep partner. One little one and one big one. See if you can try if you understand. The little one was 10 shilling a chore, otherwise called $1. And the big one was £2 a chore, otherwise called $2. She used to keep them in a two different pan. No mix up, no book. Just date she make me circle up our almanac. So she used to keep track. She could have read. She couldn't read. She couldn't write. But trust me, she did bright. Cause for the banker, cause for be a banker, you have to have head. It's just a pity, my granny, she dead. But wait there, we don't hear nothing yet. This is when used to make me fret. My granny, she was also a midwife who used to deliver baby. Hospital fee, cause figure fee was almost free. She used to charge them little and nothing to cut, sew, bathe, and dress them baby belly button. For my mother, who was my granddaughter, I've heard picking it and 4 out of the 8, and my granny deliver it. She did get her scotch free. She never have to pay no fee. Lord of mercy, one cool woman named Maria did live way down in a one bush. She never know nothing about stush. She have about 10 picking and my granny take out every single one of the palm of her hand. She deliver 5 for Miss Vi, 3 for Miss Reese, and 1 for Kia, and 1 for G. Sometimes she used to Sorry. Sometimes she used to do all 2 in a 1 week. Used to wonder to myself if I saw it did sweet. The next trade she did pick up was to cut, sew, and patch up. She use flour bag and make drawers for one coolie man named Paggy. One long maga man named Mr. Zeddy. Our best friend Uncle Joe. And whole heap of people who me never know. She used to make school bag, spank bag, thread bag, and pillar bag. If it was in a this time, she could have her own bag line. Me never see one woman without education fitting a so much different style and position. Let me tell you no, she did bless. I mean, never yet she said, Lord mistress. One thing me know, the people them did love and respect her. She was Miss May by some and May for most. And she was the Mother Teresa for the district. The chlorine in everybody water. The kerosene oil in everybody lamp. And the master for every camp. Sorry, and though she passed and gone, our memory still live on.
Yay! Awesome.
That one like encompasses everybody's grandmother. Cause listen, the part where you say Max, she never have no education and she couldn't deliver how many babies, which my grandmother did because she delivered me at home. She delivered my mother with me. So can you imagine how much you have to pay a midwife today to deliver a baby?
Oh, that's a whole other situation. Yeah. Yeah.
That is amazing, you know? And she couldn't even read. But she could I'm sure them belly button come out nice. She could have cut her to a belly button.
Yeah.
So thank you, Max.
Yes.
That was awesome. Thank you.
You could call that ode to Miss May.
To Miss May, yes.
Ode to our Aunt May, whichever one you want. Yes, she was amazing.
That one was like perfect.
Yeah.
Coming like me I look on her right now and I don't even know her, you know?
Yeah.
Yes, that's who she was. Lived to be 97, yeah.
Thank you, Max. Awesome.
Thank you.
So now,
thank you.
Jax, you have any story? So before that, let me just say good morning to Yvonne. Good morning to Mr. Evergreen. Morning, everybody. With this topic, we need some chocolate tea with the oil pan.
Oh, you know so.
Yeah, man.
Good morning to my sister-in-law, Jenny. Jenny's on too.
Our present
Jen. Goddess sister Max. Charles, he says, good one. That's why we not forget our granny. That's right.
We can't forget our granny. My grandmother used to bake. She's the one, along with my mom. But I grew up with grandma. I started learning to bake cakes, you know, from my grandmother. And she never had, what we have now, blender and these things to blend up fruits. So I had to help her to cut the fruits by hand. We use a knife and we'll cut the fruits. But my main duty was to lick the pan and lick the spoon.
Well, I think you passed that on to somebody.
Yes, no, we pass it on to everybody. I nearly did.
Present. No joke.
Oh my gosh. One of my fondest memories though is going wrong with grandma, or you know, there are quite a few stories going to the field, like when my grandfather like when they have round robin. Now the farmers would, like, this week we'll go a brother Low farm, next week we'll go somebody else. My grandfather was Low, and next week them go a different farm, so that like everybody gather up and they come into grandpa's
Then call that partner work. Back in my district, you call partner work. My grandfather had about 4 brothers, and they had a good friend, a mutual friend, so they would all take turns. Like 1 week you work, and the next, yeah.
Right. So
that was some
go,
good times.
And then me and grandma
the modern
in the hut.
is round robin.
Well, that's what I'm calling now.
Well, a partner work in my time, but anyway.
Partner work, they used to call it. And then we'll be in the hut and they cook the food. She cooked the food in a kerosene pan, or she might carry it times. Cook the food
Our Oliaba. Or you have a old yaba pot in the
Yaba.
corner where you dust off. Yes.
And they they never have any plates. So they may
Yes,
like cut
sir.
the dash in leaf.
Or banana leaf.
Cocoa leaf, yes.
The dash
Yeah.
in
Banana
leaf
leaf.
and them something.
Mm-hmm.
And remember me tell us say them no food never sweet like that.
Yeah.
No food no sweet like them food.
Yes.
So
Good cooking.
me learn the art of cooking there and
Right.
baking, through grandma and these are the things. And I was very keen. I paid close attention to her because
Right.
the only thing we never pay attention to was the sewing. She sew wedding frock. She sew all kind of stuff. She go and every week when she go to Brownstown Market, she buy a piece of cloth down one lady named Miss Curry down a Brownstown bottom. And she don't buy a cloth nowhere. She's either Miss Curry or Logan's where she'll buy the accessories and the lace and so on to put on the dress. But I just did never get into the sewing thing. But fond memories of grandma.
Yeah.
And today we are the better for the cake.
Oh, yeah.
The cake lesson. Mm-hmm.
There
Oh,
you
yes.
go.
Me and Jackie cake. Anyhow, that's
Oh,
for
yeah.
another program.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Jackie can bake. So my grandmother, as I was sharing with Eva not too long, my grandmother wasn't the typical granny. She was justice of the peace, like when you're well spoken. And I mean, as children growing up, when you're chat bad and a go on and a fitting and thing. But if she hear us veer too far to the left, she said, "What kind of nigger yard style?"
The straight, no.
Kind of, and especially if she call you and you say, "Mom," she say, "You just a tear out your mouth." By no, seriously, mama. And I mean, she would speak patois whenever she was led to, but I know something that wasn't her go-to. And I
Yeah.
as my sister and I, we went to penance when she was no longer doing the discipline. Her children were grown and could undertake all of that. So my grandmother never beat me. What I do know though is my sister Soph. If Soph did anything out of line, she would simply call Soph and mama would just use her fist and knead her forehead and knead. But mama what? And Princess is on. Morning, Princess. Me no see you this long time. How you do? But Princess, no, my grandmother. And mama would just need her forehead. So when
Yeah.
she need, tears come same time,
Yeah. Yeah, man. The knuckle duster. You get
Yeah,
the
man.
knuckle duster. They
Yes,
put the
yes,
Yes.
knuckles.
yeah, man. And then
Yeah.
if she did that, so what? Even if I didn't get the kneading, when she would have comb your hair, you know what that means? She take her finger them and just spray it through your hair. Like just come down. So and it's a heart, she'd pull you and use her hand and just, so but I can
That
tell
was
you
a
that
beating in itself.
a beating in
Beating
itself.
itself,
A beating
yeah.
in itself. But what I'm a Risto granny. Eval, big Risto granny. But what she would also do, her punishment, it better you get a good whipping, beating. Because she would just let you do something. Like I used to dance in hula hoop. I was a dancer from a little me a dance. And I used to love to dance in the hula hoop. And one time the young people in the community, the auntie them and in their library club, they were having some Mrs. Stone Lover, one of them early dance people are come down, man, sound system. And they actually came and asked Mama if I can come. I would only come, do my set, and then come back up. Mama say yes. Me practice. I mean to say my auntie-in-law, Mommy, who lives in Trinidad, and old May, my youngest aunt, they were my designers. So they dressed me up in an alt. So I'm now about like 13, 14. And they dressed me in an altar top, back out the door, and a Gatsby skirt. Little person looking nice. And I remember they put on little lipstick on me and think. That's where I learned that you can use your lipstick as your rouge.
That's your rouge.
Which I still do. I love the look. And then you just get a glass and put over it and it pop your face. So they put on little on me, man, and comb up my hair and thing. And me had my little ballerina. Not the actual ballerina. You remember ballerina shoes?
Yeah, man.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I had a pair and I sat there now waiting for them to come get me. And my Uncle Jim comes up to the bedroom and sees me. And without addressing me, auntie them, and expressing his disgust, he come over to me and just grab me and start whop whop. Y'all look like big woman. And I don't know, me dress myself,
Oh, wow.
In a whop whop, you look like big woman. And in addition to that, he went out to the back porch where my grandmother's favorite spot was.
Mm-mm.
Yes, I mean, I cry and I say it's not me, and mommy and auntie me, and all know him not take me on yet. And so he goes out to the back porch and he is relating now to mama how me up there I look like force ripe.
Oh, Lord.
And so I was called to the court. And I went out to the back porch. That time they know the little rouge look, I get messed up because me I cry, I'll be quick. Anyhow, she says, so you're my grandmother now, because she know I didn't dress myself. She said, why Mavis and Dell put on this top on you and something, and you go down there before peer a whole heap of man and big people.
Oh, wow.
Well, that is a protective arm, right?
Right.
Because she said,
Yes.
we're in this adult setting kind of thing. And then she just looks. So she said, what time they're coming for you? And me tell her the time. I thought, no, she's going to say, all right, no mind. And said, Jim, my uncle, so and so. That's in my head, me, I think, so she go say, all right, you shouldn't did liquor. So. And then she just look at me good and she say, go in, go take off your clothes.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Lord.
Party mash up.
That was the end of it. Mama just said, and so I started saying no, but look how you make me practice. Look how long me I practice. And my grandmother just calmly said, I said, go in and take off your clothes.
Mm-hmm.
And so me ball whole night. So when, what's his name now, come for me, she just go out on the veranda, because by now it's nightfall, because I big people think, so it's late. And she just go out on the veranda and all. She said, she's not coming. Too much big people in the place. And mama just, and him there stunned. Him not even know what to say. Then him just say, all right, Miss Ruby. And he just walk like she and my maca gone down the road.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And you vex like Boulevard.
Listen to me now. It was a very sorrowful evening.
I can well imagine. And I guess you probably couldn't even cry, make she hear you neither. You have to do some silent crying.
So I went up back. I went up to as we call it. It was my auntie and her husband's bedroom. Is up there, make front room, we call it. And me go up a front room and me take off back my little outfit, fold it up. I may cry, because me say, imagine, look how me prepare, because me could have danced that. And I still can. You give me a hula hoop, I will rock it. But me I tell you, punishment.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll give that story.
Yeah, we all have a story where we were wrongly accused, and most of the time it lead to a good beating. And it's only after the fact somebody said, Lord, this so it did go. They make you never tell me, and they don't beat you already.
You see him so.
Yes.
and it's to no fault of your own. But I mean, may grandma's stories will go on forever and a day, because there's nothing like a grandma. And my grandmother, and her name was Sarah Ann Stennett Thomas.
Yeah.
She was, yeah, man, she was all of 5 feet tall and very feisty, but very peppery. But she was also a very sweet soul. And life lessons is what she imposed on, because when she took me from my mother, she was already almost 70 years old. So um I got her at that age up until 20 some odd years later. So I thank God for that length of time. But all life lessons, how to carry myself appropriately. She always say you have to know if you deliver yourself. You must, show yourself, in a good way. You must be able to speak. You must be able to handle yourself properly when you're in a crowd. Particularly you go out, you're representing the family, you know, want no shame, to come back on the family. So she always make sure she deposits those things. So a lot of nuggets and stuff that sometimes I find myself repeating. This is from her, and she's been gone since
Yeah.
June 25th, 1990.
Mm.
That's when she passed. And I don't think a day goes by without me thinking of her, making a reference here or there or something. So granny, and I strive to be that kind of a grandma, that kind of a granny. I even wanted my grandkids to call me granny, but some of my cousins them bar me down and
They
say,
don't
Lord,
like
you're too young to fit me, I call you granny. But I mean, I call
granny.
my
You
granny
you must
mum,
you must be the first.
right? I mean, I call her mom,
Yes.
so it's not like I call her granny. I call her mom, but at the same time, the,
I
the
call
way
my
she was
mom
very
too.
sweet. Yeah, she never beat me a lot. I did get a few beatings, yes. Most if you go a river and go take too long, go swim and unauthorized or climb tree and all them things. But outside of that, I didn't get like a lot of beatings also. But teaching if you cook, bake pudding and Sunday
Yeah.
evening town, cook certain dishes and how to get through hard times. All those things were deposited in me by her. Religious. I mean, we used to like take the hymnal and just sing songs. I remember we used to sing from the hymnal from the front to the back, melodies of praise. The first song is All Hail the Power of
Of
Jesus'
Jesus'
name.
name.
And you're
Right.
happy. And when time
Yeah,
went on, and
redemption
then,
songs.
yeah, man. And when
Redemption
time went
songs as
on,
follows.
yeah, man. When time went on and her eyes, were getting dim, then I had to start tracking, because my grandfather couldn't read. Daddy couldn't read, but mom could read. So she would read the Psalms and all that. But by the time I got into high school, I mean primary school and high school now, and they're going down further, that's when she couldn't see much to read. So she would tell me track the song, and they would sing. And it's just a lot of fond memories. The things we hold dear now, had we known that we were in the best years of our
Our
lives back
lives.
then, you know,
Absolutely.
yeah, instead of trying to get away from those times and rushing life, we would have, for those of us who have good memories, it's good to savor all of that, because,
Yes.
these
Yes.
days are what they are, crazy.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
like your grandma, my grandma died in 1990.
Mm,
My mom passed in 89.
wow.
Yeah, mama passed in 1990. But I'm telling you, and I said it to Eval yesterday, that I am so glad, to the point of glad bag boss, how much years later,
Hmm.
that I that I went to live in penance for a lot of reasons.
Right.
When
Yes.
we went to live, when my sister and I went to live with them in penance, and we were just loved instantly. Did not know that side of my family at all, but they embraced us, loved us, nurtured us. But my grandmother was, that's my spiritual legacy, because
Right.
that's when I entered into knowing, learning about God,
Mm-hmm.
having to get up, like it or not, to go to family worship. And what my grandmother would do, she have her banner hymn, and she sits into her spot in the living room. And some mornings she would call out the older one's name, because of course they have to set an example. So she would not call Georgie. When she want to send a message, she call him Georgie. And she said, Georgie, Paula, Joy, and call them out. And she would start to sing. So the singing alone bring on a conscience biting that you sit
Yes,
down
you
and
better
question.
move.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, she make you
Cause them
feel
tell me
bad.
you want draw sheet,
Oh, so. And Mama would sing. She would
Mm-hmm.
start to sing, and she loved to quote, "Come, without money and without price."
Praise
And
Lord.
hello. And when my grandmother could. So those things I hold dear, and there are some parts of my spiritual journey now, which I think I got from her, because I will pray. She would pray, and when she pray, she cover everything, pretty much, and everybody,
Yes.
and
Mm-hmm.
Call
everybody
everybody
in the
name, yeah.
community would hear my grandmother
Don't I
pray.
know about Lady D's prayer?
Hey, my
Yes.
grandma would pray, and she cover everybody. And if nobody passing in the mornings and not hear Miss Ruby pray, they will ask if Miss Ruby all right or so, because they can hear her praying and
She
calling
prayed
names.
aloud. She
Yeah,
prayed
man.
aloud.
But when we tell you about the discipline part there, and me and the river experience, and me down a river till me turn white like salt.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we go up now, asthma take me. Because me used to have asthma bad,
Yeah.
Really?
Asthma. Yeah, man. And
Remember your story,
hey,
the flannel.
oh,
How you did delicate.
Team planning. We're going to wear planning. So.
But
delicate
I
man.
don't understand how she was so delicate and she didn't get in so much trouble.
Yeah, because hey, remember, said those are just
How we
moments,
motivate
right?
one in the picnic.
But my grandmother, and even now, every single conversation or anything, Mama's name come up, because there's a reason
Come
for
on.
that.
Right.
Like
So
me.
my
Yeah.
Granny
Same thing like
Chronicles
me.
wouldn't be the beating or so, but the lessons, but the
Right.
punishment and thing, like when me have to push the barrow with Baba Chalkin because me ride bicycle and drop off and sprain my finger. Hey, Baba Chalkin. Baba Chalkin was the gardener. and,
Well,
and,
there's
and
one little point, one little thing I want to mention here. One little
mhm,
thing. I know this nowadays, well, in this modern days, people refer to their loved one or husband or wife or boyfriend or girlfriend say babes. I've
mhm.
been a lady this I call ever babes yet, or him I call you babes, but people say
Yeah, we
babes
said
when you refer to
baby.
your loved one.
Mm-hmm.
Babes, babes.
Mm-hmm.
I hear it a lot, babes, babes. But let me tell you something, I've been hearing that since I was a kid. And this was how
Mm-hmm.
my grandmother operated. I was the only grandchild that grew up with her and was living with her at the time. So every errand was me. If I shop, I me. Spring, deliver partner money, draw or pick up partner money was me.
Me
So
that.
sometimes we do 2 and 3 errands for the day. And then
Oh.
she
You
said,
was
oh,
the
Maxi, then she
She
would say,
was the
oh, Maximilian,
DHL.
if you go take up some, huh?
She
DHL,
was
yes.
she was
She said,
DHL
Maxi,
or
you pick up some money
UPS.
for me.
Yes, I love
She
that.
would have called me
DHL.
and say, Max, she said, Max, me know you're tired, but never mind babes. Never mind babes, me know you're tired, but come go to Miss Marjorie go pick up the here, babes.
Mm-hmm.
mm-hmm.
And something additional me have to do. But if she come with that pretty name, babes, me know you're tired. So that
She
was the
talk
only
you
time
up.
I ever hear that word from her mouth. Yes, prep me up. I mean,
Yeah.
that I could say no. I mean, the can't say me now
Right.
go. I have to. Because, that
But
was
you
the
know, but
who she
that's a
was. When she
way.
said move, you have to move.
Yeah, but that's a way how they express love to because they
Love,
wouldn't
yes.
some of them would tell you flat out that they love you, but then some parents or grandparents wouldn't say, but then they have a way when they do something or say something, then that's what they're expressing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Expressing. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That is
Yes.
true.
Because I was never told that I love you or give me a hug. I was never hugged as a child growing up. Neither from mother, grandmother, or no adults in my family. I never get
Oh
hugged
God.
and loved until when I became an adult. I'm telling you, I was never hugged or loved. And that's one of
You
the
know,
reasons why I write so much. And a lot of my poems are on that side. But
you
I
know,
still
I
know that they did love me, but they just never know to
right.
show it or express it.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I thought of that because I talk to a lot of people, a lot of friends in my age group, and they express that they grew up, with grandparents or grew up in rural Jamaica or
Mm.
whatever, and that is expressed. And I thought that we could do a show probably about something like that because what is coming out now is how that has affected
Affected
their
them.
lives. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
me to get whole heap of hug ups and love ups.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
got a lot of hug ups and
And
love ups
grandfather,
all the time.
especially.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, some people are touchy feely and they will
Yeah.
express that, but
Yes.
then some persons would have been more reserved. And sometimes that's how they were brought up. They don't know no better, you
Right.
know. To
Yes.
them it's
They know you
normal
better.
and
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and you just go
Mm-hmm.
with it. But they prepared us for life in
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
inadvertently,
Yes.
because my grandmother would I remember like milestones that I would get to, because they raised myself and three other cousins which are older. The one closest to me was 8 years my senior, so I was really the little one. And she always pray and say, and as opposed to you, Lady D, our devotions were in the evening. We never did morning devotions,
Mm-hmm.
because in the morning you wake up early, you have to go milk the goat, you have to tie out the goat, you have to catch you have to feed the chicken, you have to do all it for something in the morning. So we never did morning devotions. We would do evening devotions. Like when you eat dinner done, we never have TV. So you
Mm-hmm.
eat dinner done and you gather around and you sing, "No, the day is over, night is drawing
So,
nigh,
it's
shadows of the
drawing nigh.
evening
Mm-hmm.
steal
Hallelujah.
across
The
the sky."
evening seas across
Yeah,
the
you
sky.
do all that. And so then it's devotion time. But she made sure that she would celebrate every milestone with me. She always prayed and said, she's asking God to help me to pass. She called advantage lists.
Aye.
But why you pass advantage list? God not take me to the pass advantage list. So by the time I get older, then into primary school, then I go on to high school, she start, thank God she lived to see that long. So I was
Mm-hmm.
happy that she lived long enough to even see my daughter, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because you're trying to keep them
Okay, that's
around as
good.
long as, yeah, so she was able
Mm-hmm.
to.
Yes.
My daughter was born in 86, so she got quite a bit of her. My grandfather passed when my daughter was only a month old, but at least he got to hold her, see her, and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Because
Mm-hmm.
in hindsight,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you say, because I used to tell her, "Mom, I go buy this for you when we get older, when we get big, and me turn big woman. May I go buy this for you? May I go buy that? May I go
Yes.
do this?" And Daddy was an equal partner in raising me, but because it's a woman, you kind of gravitate towards Granny a lot because
Yeah,
she have
At
you
indeed.
in
all
the
times.
kitchen.
Majority
Yes.
woman.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
man, to do patchwork and to darn. Remember,
Yeah.
darn and stitching.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
darn,
Yes,
you
I learned that
stitch.
from
Yes.
grandma.
Yes, she
Because she
teach me
used to
all of
sew.
that
She used to
stuff.
sew for people. And then she and I used to make the rugs out of the scrap material that was
Yes,
left. So she would get
yes.
the
Yes.
burlap, the what you call it,
Yeah, we
the
know. Yeah,
the
whatever the
burlap.
material, you
The
poke
burlap.
the holes and pull it through and
Yeah. And you
do the
put yeah,
pattern.
put the hole. So she taught me that she and I would make lovely and that was easy for me as a young child to make. But another
Yeah.
thing that I remember about grandma is the stories
Oh
of
yeah.
her life.
Mm-hmm.
And that's so
Yes.
important
That
because
will sit you down
sometimes,
and tell you. Yes.
sometimes the older people don't pass on the stories and the history and so on. But grandma was able to do that. She would tell us, sit down
To
and tell
do it.
us even
Yes.
Duppy's story, our whole, our
Yes.
grandmother used to tell our story and they used to free it and certain things. And some of them I still remember up to today.
Yeah.
So
And you know what? Some of the
those
stuff
are,
they were telling us, it draws a parallel to what we're living in right now. Some things they would
yeah,
say. Like
Mm-hmm.
you at a papi show
yeah.
or then gang and all of that stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you
Yes.
find that you're drawing those references that relating to happenings right now. Sometimes I wonder, I say, if she was living now, what would her take be, or maybe something she said in the past that's happening now. You just say, you know, look at that. Here we are. They could
They're like
only,
prophetess and prophets. Yes.
yeah.
Because
Mm-hmm.
like you know, when trouble take you, picnic shot I go fit you.
Fit
Right.
you.
Fit you.
And so
Yes.
when they quoted these things to you, you stand up there and look blank. No have a
Yes, because you don't know what
it
they're talking
mean.
about.
And
Right.
they're not explaining what it mean.
I don't want the
Mhm.
monkey twice.
Swap black dog for monkey.
Me never see a monkey when I
Yes.
was a picnic. Me never see no monkey, so me want
Right.
which monkey she talking about? I want
Right.
one wife,
But
the monkey
now
when
as
married.
but it's true because now as you know we get older and you know relationships, whether it is intimate or just platonic friendships and stuff, you realize, oh, but me did have that one over here, so me left
Mm-hmm.
and gone to the one over here.
Yeah.
Show me a company and I tell you who you
And
are.
it no work
Yes.
out. All right.
That's a
Show me
good
a
one.
company
Mm.
and I tell you who you
But
are.
let me
That's
tell you
what I
something,
think.
Mary. But that spit and dry up before it come back. My grandmother literally did that, you know. She said me go a
Yes.
clan melt for something. I said me go a shop. She would literally spit outside. She in the kitchen, she step outside and spit. I said, no, you have to come back before that spit and dry up. She literally did that. So this was
Me never,
not just a talk, it was literally done.
me never have it so stringent, Baba.
When she did that,
No, sir.
Me know the
and
term, but me not remember
she would
seeing
do
grandma
was,
do that.
Eh, eh. No,
But
sir.
and the next thing she would do, she said, me go shop, go buy something. They would tie the money in a kerchief and tie on the kerchief for my wrist. That means that me can't last it. And me can't pull it off until me reach a shop. Because when she go at the
Yeah.
shopkeeper next time, she ask the shopkeeper if you come with the kerchief tie for me hand. The time is shame because your friend must see you with kerchief tie on your hand. But then why you lose it because sometimes you stop and play
Yeah.
a fool run a pick
Yes,
mango or whatever there is and lose the money.
Yeah,
Well,
me used to get the money in a kerchief tie up. Me used to get that.
Mm-hmm.
Me used to get that a lot. So me understand what you mean, Max. Believe
Yes.
me. Me know that one day. Cause you
but
can't go back and go say it last, you know. You can't do the
You
you
mad?
know.
No, but
No,
me
that's
good.
not exist.
I was good at remembering what she wanted. So should I send me go shop or send me all the way go out of one lady named Miss Boods or out of Miss Iris to go buy stuff? But I would remember because when they have function, because my grandmother used to do the practice the kids them or the people in my church. Yeah, she run the choir. She was there all around. She do everything. She run the choir and everything.
Yeah.
So whenever they're going to another church to sing, I would be the one to stand up in front of them before they sing and say my recitation.
yeah,
Sure.
man.
So she
Okay.
would find the recitation when them start to do practice. So everybody would come to our house to do practice. So she find the recitation and give me a remember me tell her say from the first time she give me, if you have 3 verse before them finish the first practice, I know the first.
That's right.
Uh-huh.
And by
Yeah.
the time they
Your
have the
head
second
name tick. Your
practice,
head name tick.
yes, I know my head get thick. My head get thick now.
It
Listen,
get thick with age.
by the time they have a second practice, me know the other, and then now me stand up in front, and she would then make her dress the same cloth when she buy down on Miss Corey. She would make a dress for me and one for her. So she
Right.
have on the 3 sister, and me have on the 2 sister.
And
Go
you're
there.
about
We
to
look like twins, stand up in front of each other.
But I tell you something.
And then
I
they'll
tell
get the hands
people,
to match the frock off of the same.
but you know something, boy. I tell anybody, my grandmother was the first person to introduce me to stage. They had,
Mm.
See,
yes, they had asked her to
that's why
make
it never bothered me.
yes, they asked my grandma
Yeah.
to make a presentation at Frankfield Primary. And so she wanted me to come along. And she got a poem and gave it to me. Nature by H.D. Carberry.
Oh
Yes.
yes. Oh
And you
yes.
mean to say, well, I had a love for words. So me start
Yes.
to read and me read, and as I'm doing it, Mama was actually explaining what the poem mean to me.
Me.
Swat it. Not only did I swat, but I had to stand before her and practice how I'm going to go up and greet the people. And she taught me about how I bow and something. And when I'm finished, and she was so pleased when I went. I was not nervous. I remember just walking on this stage in this primary school and just, hey, I'm a Dominature by H.D. Carberry. You hear me tell you? And from that, she would have me doing stuff. So I
Yes.
got exposed early. She would help me with, if it's my, and I tell people my grandmother stopped her schooling early because she had to
Yes.
take care of
My
her
grandmother
grandmother.
too. My
She had to
grandmother
take
too.
care of her grandmother when her mother Chichi
Mm-hmm.
came to foreign, and but she was naturally bright.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you want a recommendation, that was her. She'd write some recommendation. People just get into their colleges and universities, and she would
Mm-hmm.
help me with my work. And Mama was just awesome that way. May I
Yeah.
tell you? So most of us are really the products
Mm-hmm.
of
Mm-hmm.
our
Our
grandmothers.
grandmother. Yeah.
And
I
yeah,
am
and
definitely a granny product.
One thing I remember about her too, Lady D, she didn't have a lot of friends.
mm,
Her friends were the people from her church, the few other ladies. She was very, cautious as to who she called friend. And I think I got that from her. I don't really warm up to people that easily. I stay back and I watch and I see and I, decipher whether this would make a good friend or whatever. I think I got that from her, definitely.
mhm.
To be very picky about your friends, because she always have a saying about friendship. Who you
Mhm.
can't show me a friend, I'm gonna tell you who you are.
Yes.
And
Right.
I think I took that literally
Mhm.
from her sayings.
Mhm. And my
So
grandmother was very, mm, she never had much
she
tact.
was loved. People loved
She was,
her because she didn't
yeah.
talk a lot, but
Mhm.
she was very cautious.
Yeah, Ruby May Sons Thomas, may her soul rest in peace, my grandma. She was
Yes.
very pragmatic. She was just, she spoke her mind. She would tell you off in a second and love you in the next one.
Mm-hmm. Yes, my
Grandmothers
Right.
like
grandmother
that.
was like that too. She
Mm,
didn't keep up malice. She was like
mhm,
that. So I remember one time my grandmother and my grandfather, they were arguing. My grandfather was sick and bedridden, and but he mouthy, and they were arguing, and his name was Samuel. And he was so upset that particular time. He said, he looked at my grandmother and said, go up like this and say, me name Samuel, Samuel. And my grandmother said, I me name me and hell. I died laughing as a child. But they were too grown hard on to argue. And him say, me name Sammy well. And my grandmother go back and say, and me name me in hell. I thought that was so funny as a child.
Oh God, that's good. That's good. So let me just pop some comments in here very quickly. So Charles, he says, I used to love go by my granny on Saturday when she cooked the green pea soup. Yes, miss.
Please,
So we have not seen Princess. We grew up together in Penance. She said, good morning, ladies. I had to at least see your lovely faces. My life has become so busy that I can't even explain, but I watch
Mm-hmm.
after. It's like eating overnight food. Anyways, it tastes good.
it's good. Thank you,
then she
Artist.
said,
That's good.
she talking about my grandmother. Me never hear she speak patois. Mhm. And
Wow.
of course, my husband tease me about my wristo granny, but that's all right. Mhm.
Him a reap the benefits. Him reaping
Yes,
the
yes,
benefits of
Of the
yeah.
Risto Granny,
Mr. Granny,
right?
of course.
And I'm sure.
He,
So
he,
he
he got
was,
the product.
yes. So uptown ranking, see me in a me altar back.
At the back. I you that she must eat. I didn't get to go show it. See?
Hey.
Hi.
So Betty saying howdy to us. Yes.
Morning,
Hi,
Betty, love.
Betty.
And that's my sister-in-law Jen giving us a lot of love.
Oh, wow. A lot
Paul-
of stars,
and
love.
Paula
Take
know
it.
my grandma too. Paula know mama. So Eval says, well, me thank God for my wife, Granny, but Lord, Granny teach, I fi pray too long.
Me they have one house
Lord,
warming and
just
Lady
come
D
in
come.
whatever.
And we ask
Nobody
Lady D to pray because we didn't go and eat. And you remember Norman? Norman was there. Norman cutting at the prayer, cutting between the prayer. I said, all right, it's time for we eat now. It's time for we eat now. The prayer them are done yet, you know.
Oh, wow.
Who no go and trouble me?
No, I never forget.
So Max, Eval says, Babes Max, your
Babes.
granny was living in the future.
in the future, you know, so.
Yes. This is
This
my friend Serene in Canada. We grew up together too. And she says, show me your company. I tell you who you are.
Oh, yeah.
Who you are.
Yes. So
Yes.
when Debbie say, no, good morning, tell me about the pig that the goat, the chicken carry water, full the bath pan before you go to school. Lord have mercy. God bless you, Lady D. I'm just editing my books. Please keep me in prayer. I couldn't finish at the time. Lie about 7 years ago because my marriage
7
was
years ago,
toxic.
sure.
To God be the glory. 13 years deliverance. All right, darling. Good to see you, Debbie.
Nice.
Yes.
Thanks for joining.
Tread bag. That is where you put your money in.
When you put your money in and them tight on for them
Yes.
brassiere, when you
Yes,
go
Max.
into market and push it underneath the breast.
Max, your granny was serious.
Yes, clear.
Tiny says, hi, Tiny. We go church together. My grandmother died. I did not have the opportunity to know them. I really missed out. Miss Mama and a verbal list that must be brought back. Hey, those were the days.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Valerie, public speaking.
Public speaking.
Morning, Tony. So Debbie said, me either never had a good life. I used to gather and have tied up go to the quattro, and having tied up to go to the to do shopping. Lord have mercy. I wish I could spend the day listening to all of these old fables, but I used to understand what they mean when they speak. When you are close to would hear. All right. We need a interpreter. She was amazing. She said Miss Ruby was that lady that Serene and I named each other in church, teasing people.
Oh, that one.
Dropsy and Timble.
Yes.
There I reap the fruit of the seeds Lady D Granny plant. Praise the Lord, Brother Green.
Of course.
In a nutshell, that's who she was. Prayers and support for my orphanage here in Kenya. We really have some challenge. Okay. Thank you, John. All right. We will go back to look at that. She says, Betty says, I do not have any friends from tender age, but I have from I was 11 years old until now. Okay. And she dying with laughter.
Nice.
Please. Okay. Amen. So, yes. So, Granny Chronicles. I mean, some of you got some good whipping. Some people can tell you they tie them up on tree, and some of us don't have those experiences.
No.
Or made them sleep outside.
Yeah, but you know what happened?
No.
I remember the first time. I used to think that all grandmas were just soft and fuzzy and just nice and mellow and smell like cinnamon and nutmeg. That's what I used to think because that's how my granny was.
Like pudding. It smell like pudding.
Yeah, you know. Say I purposely enjoy a gingerbread latte this time of the year from Starbucks between now and, I want to give them no extra plug, but between now and the end of the year when they come out with that, because it reminds me so much of my grandmother, because it's cinnamony and nutmeggy. But anyway, yeah, so I used to think that all grandmothers were nice and sweet, put it that way, until I bumped into a nice nice granny that one of my friends had. You know what I mean? My grandmother was, like petting you up, giving you little extra stuff, baking. So the first time I ran into a granny who was not nice, I was taken aback.
Stunned. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she wasn't mellow at all, because some people, they get old and crotchety,
Yes, yes.
and they're not nice. And even, grandchildren warms your heart. For those of for all four of us on the panel, I'm the only granny. So well, Jack, you will join me at some point. But there is nothing like a grandchild. Nothing. Somebody said that being a grandparent gives you a chance for a do-over. Because some things that you miss with your children, or some missteps you
True.
may have taken, or knowledge you have gained, since you became a parent, you now have the opportunity to lavish that
Yeah.
on your
On the
grandchildren. You know what I mean?
grandchildren.
Yes.
Yeah, but I used to all think they were all just nice and soft and sweet and God fearing. So when I buck up on a cussing granny, a pipe smoking granny, I said, no, stop. I was sorry for my friend. I said, no, man, what kind of granny this you have? So we, so some granny are on the other side of the spectrum,
I wonder which shop they sell for your granny,
Yeah,
Oh, go along,
yeah,
no.
man.
So
Yeah,
here is
that granny that was
Sharnette.
rough.
So Sharnette, here, Eval. Sharnette, my granny did smell like her tobacco. not,
Oh wow.
not, not
Oh
like
no.
No.
Yeah, some grannies were rough, undoubtedly.
Yes.
Well,
Oh
Yeah.
my
one of
God.
my fondest memories of my grandma, you see, after she have her shower, her bath, and so on, because mama contracted malaria fever at
Really?
a young age. Yes, at a young age, and certain things she couldn't do. She couldn't go into cold water and
What?
stuff like
Yes, because
that.
it affects the joints.
Yes, so she would have her warm bath. But you see, after she have her bath, man, she would call me, and that's remember with a pink lotion in other bottle name again. By the time you do so, it not much moisturizer, but it did have a fragrance. I,
Razak.
no man.
No man, Razak smell how you can't
No,
be off Razak.
Jesus. That's something they're just
no,
strong.
but one of those earlier products.
Johnson and Anna Johnson.
Anna Johnson and Johnson,
May I try remember?
but it was pink. She loved using it. It
Yeah,
smelled really nice. And so she come and she wanted to rub her back. So I would squeeze out.
Yardley.
By the
Was it
time-
Yardley? Yardley of London.
Come on, Yardley products them good,
No,
Jackie.
no, sir. But it was, I mean, most people used it. I don't
Mhm.
remember the name of it, but I would squeeze it in and rub her back. And she loved when you give her a little massage
Mhm.
and thing. And
Grandma, like my
and
grandmother
then I
had
would
nice
comb her
skin.
hair because mama had really pretty curly hair. She's mixed with Syrian and stuff. So she would, and me comb up the hair for her and ting and get her dressed. But she just loved to be pampered like that. But she
Mhm.
was moving around and doing her thing. But in her moments, her downtime, those
Mhm.
are some good memories I have. Lotion her
Yeah.
hand and ting and
Yeah.
lotion her up, and then
Speaking of
One
lotion,
thing.
then Lady D, me almost call you Denise. My goodness. Me
Them
almost
are
said
Denise.
Denise. That
Them
came
are,
out of left field. That would have sounded so funny. But
yeah.
anyway, I remember one time, man, I was in high school and you start becoming a young lady now and stuff. And I decided to give mama money petty.
Aye.
But back in them days, if you know wear tea and red, I said nothing,
not
cause tea and
in
red was the
Korea.
in thing. And
Yes.
that's all me had. So you see, by the time me done with, and then mom was light skinned. Cause mom was mixed. So mom was light skinned and
I guess that's what our grandmothers, they were all
yes.
mixed. My
So I
grandmother
put
too.
on I put on the nail polish on her, make her put out her hands and her feet and everything. And they so call her Miss Cooley because she mixed with cool, she had that look.
Mhm.
So by the time I was done and daddy look over and see her, he said, Lord have mercy, Miss Cooley, Taka you take life. Or if you take light stuff. Because he thought she was bleeding like it was, like all the extremities were red. So you take life. That was so funny.
Oh Lord.
I grew up seeing my grandmother with a nail file in her hand. She was
Well,
very careful. She always had her nails nicely groomed and cleaned. And because of that, I did the same thing. I had to have a nail file or when they came up with the emery board and all of that. Because she was also diabetic, but you never knew. But because she was very meticulous, she always cooked 2 pots, one for us and one for her. Hers, everything boiled. She didn't eat
right.
white bread, she eat brown bread. She was very
Yeah.
careful. She took
Yeah.
that time I didn't have no clue what diabetes is. I just remember when she used to teach me how to check the blood the urine for the sugar. And she'd tell me when it look a certain way, if it's brick. She said if it's brick, that means it's high. The sugar level's high. I said, what kind of sugar? I think grandma put sugar in our urine or something like that.
Yeah, they used to call it sugar. Yeah.
Jesus. See that now? Oh God. Great memories.
Yes.
So here Bev now. Bev, I know Bev from Jamaica. Hey Bev. Bev said good morning to all of you. My grandmother was a blessed soul. However, I did not like going to the market with her. She would buy the goods and leave me to stand in a place in the market until she returns with other stuff. Oh my God, as a child, the wait seemed forever. Well,
I guess all grandmothers do that. So you round it. You for see me now, sit on round the stuff. When she gone down there, so gone buy meat, or so she gone inside of the market house to buy meat. And me sit on like say me a big woman, I call yam.
early sales pitch. Yes,
You don't think so? We can't sell.
Maxie, enjoy your day because we're gonna wrap up in a few.
Yes,
but
thanks.
you have to
Yes,
go.
I have to run as well.
Oh, I have to go.
Yes,
Thank
no
you. Have
problem.
a good day,
I say
everyone.
this long because I'm
It was
actually
an
driving
awesome
today.
show.
All
So
right,
I
Max.
can
Bless you, Maxie.
All right,
Oh,
take care.
all right,
Bye,
love.
Max.
Okay.
Bye. All righty. So we're wrapping up quickly, but Rallo says me can still taste the dukuno. Oh, Paula said Georgians. Oh, no,
James, probably.
So Eval said, my granny put the lighted tobacco in her mouth and blow out the smoke.
Wow, it's one of those.
That's all like a
I've seen those.
experience. Yes, Debbie says, I remember that little nice lotion in pink and blue. Yes,
And
they had
blue.
and
Yeah.
blue. Yes.
Me not remember it.
Betty says, my granny did love me, cousin them more than mama children. And when granny got sick and mama children, them was there for her until death. Oh Lord, we know some of
So
them.
I want to do a little something before we wrap up. And I don't want to answer today. We want to answer next week because I want you to come back next week, right? And it's sock against Sky Juice. So next week, this is our little thing. Each week we will have a little
A
something
poll.
I'll come up
We're
with.
doing a
Sock
poll.
or Sky Juice. Now, when you
All
come in the
right.
show next week, you write your either Sky Juice or you write Sock. Which one is
All
your
right.
favorite? Or all right, so we don't
All
know this
right.
week. We want that next week when everybody come back. Sock or Sky Juice.
And I don't want to no leave because I have a treat. No, don't go nowhere, please. I
You have a treat?
treat. So stay
All
right
right.
there. Oh no, do not move a muscle.
All right. Bring it on.
Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on.
That boy left from out of the yard from Mawnin and him don't come to get and keep up me nerve. I so run like Jamaica and go live at Kingston.
I could have who said granny no miserable. If you live with your granny, you will turn granny too. Who said granny no love the cousin? For me granny, she cost me everything. Granny,
Calling out my name.
granny,
You calling my name in vain.
granny.
Where you
What you call me for?
You, I go with mama.
Imagine, I can't take this country what we live in. Look how much money we have to pay for chicken. Rice and flour and cornmeal is a sin. Want buy a milk and me can't buy the tin. Can't even get sugar now to do some sweetening. And soon all the Jamaica go live in a parade. Oh Lord have mercy. Oh no, help me now. I used to turn cornmeal and give me that. But that was long before it raised. See a boy. Cornmeal no more of me yard. Cause things get hard, yeah, oh Lord. Me say nowadays, rice gone up, oh Lord. Chicken gone up, woo. Flour, it gone out of space. Wheel up a rhythm there. I can't catch that note here. Come again one more time, that's in it.
Granny,
Stop hollering out
Hollering out me
Granny,
name.
oh, you calling me name? Granny, oh, you call me name, sir.
me soon left you. I go live with mama. And who said granny no miserable? If you grow with your granny, you will turn granny too. And who said granny don't love the cussing? For me, granny man, she cost me everything.
Son, I always tell you, you have to look before you leave. You can't plant corn and a piece you want reap. You don't start the journey, then how you feel reach? Take up the broom, cause the yard was sweep. Look on your bed, you know, spread it up with your sheet. Me tell you for the sun, I'll know you not do it. Turn some cornmeal, let me get it to eat. I saw some go me have cause me lost me false teeth. Granny, stop hollering out my name. Granny, you calling me name in it. Granny, why you want to call me for?
Me so left you. I go live with mama. And now I'm tree me while I sit and sit down. When me look, me see my granny, she a come. She grab me my shot and say,
Come here, grandson. I wear the cornmeal, they wear the telly of the done.
she double up her fist and me go make me run. She start up me down like a Mike McCallum. Me granny, she just touch me down a club. And in her me chest when me granny kneel down. Boop.
You wait, your ears no have no drum. Boop, and so we left you with sauce of gum. Boop, anything me say must do, must be done. Granny, you go kill me. Well, grandson, when I done with you, I heard them have to send come. Boop, and you make me
dear.
before young. Boop, and you
This
give
is a
me
very
I can't take it no more.
rough one. This a rough one.
I
This.
don't left you and go live at Kingston. Granny, stop hollering out the name. Granny, you calling me name.
Well, I just had to. So okay, go, but I just had to drop that in there.
Yeah,
And
man, that was good. Yeah, some granny was like that, them them
the
really
rough
rough.
man, the rough man.
My granny before I beating she pray, but no good. Me mean not even not pray. She read a track a song or repeat a Bible verse. She have you in one hand and she have this trap in the other hand and she will lift this trap to the Lord, And she will say, Lord, I gonna know how to help her in Father. I lift my hands to thee, no
And
other help her. And I saw you I get your couple slap. You won't get a lot, but especially if it's something she warn you about and you're still falling
Yes,
in the trap.
yes.
Yeah, man. She have to say two psalms, no, so two line of psalms,
Before.
our tracker song.
So Jackie, do a repeat of the beating again now. The one you started.
Oh,
off.
me no tell you say you no fit do that. Oh, more time me still tell you me not talk to you again.
God. Or because Max, Jackie, and you had said, oh, but it was your mother who had sealed this something round the corner. But it was your mom.
Yes, the fire stick,
Yeah, that was your
and it
mother.
bend the corner with me.
Yes.
The corner,
Yes.
the only thing I couldn't not move my foot so.
Yeah, my granny too. She had a good aim, and the kitchen, was an outside kitchen, and it was made of wattle and daub. So she would just go and pull out piece of the bamboo. The bamboo was like they make it, in and out. Yeah, she would just pull out one, and she would just whenever I run, she just seal it. So many times she catch them down at the ankle section and drop them, man. When they think them gone clear, them drop because she catch them down at the ankle with it. So So Granny was a Marks woman too.
So as we are wrapping up, Jackie came up with an idea next week when we start the show. Everybody, so not us alone as hosts, but everybody will write your favorite suck versus sky juice.
Sky juice.
Which one you repping?
So we
Suck
are
suck
sky people, Ali.
suck are
People.
suck are sky. Well, hey, Miss Rita was a clipper at both.
Well,
me neighbor, and she that a next week show.
That's next week.
Let
That's
me
just
not
a
say
little,
anything else. But
fun. So we want everybody to come back.
Yes, we want so Sharon's, something you said something in the chat on Thursday. It's like about me, like you say, me like me a flow or something now. I really am a creative, but I found that I kind of steered myself in a particular way because I need to come off a certain way.
right.
Me just talk in plain terms. But I really can I write scripts and plays and stuff, and I know how to, weave in stuff. And even in the promo I did, I see where you were saying, how you like it. So for this particular platform, because usually when I'm doing the narration, it's in English and thing. And I'm also mindful that, it's going to other people, other places who might not be able to understand so much.
Right.
The downright patois kind of thing.
Right.
But I aim to beef it up a bit and, one, show more of what we all can do and, our skill sets and stuff like that. So, we have more to come. So come with the suck versus
Sky
juice as the intro next week and whatever our topic will be. But again, we thank everybody for tuning in with us. It has been good. We share, and it's over a years now. We've been talking about we background. Me no know who, maybe no know we so good by now. But there's so much more to share in moderation, of course.
Yeah.
And right, we have to be moderate and thing, but here this one, no see all of that now. Oh, no see all. Jackie, you see this now.
What make my name a call up in it?
Right. But
me agree.
Yes. And hey, so if there's a change, there has to be some kind of Oh, and by the way, Jackie's pudding pan. So if you're wondering who pudding pan is,
yeah, man.
So as we're talking about pudding pan, as usual, I give you ladies the opportunity to share who you are, what you do, and we wrap up the show. So come, Jax, talk up the thing.
And for me, being that I have to run, Pudding Pan Inc., where traditional Jamaican flavors live. Pudding still a bake, cake still a make. Thanksgiving, Christmas coming up. There's a number, 917-533-2380, or you can reach me at the email listed, puddingpantop@gmail.com.
All right, Sharon's.
I am on a break from the business at the moment.
Okay.
Yes, I'm on a break. Duty calls and my time is too divided. So I've taken a break from my thing.
But yours truly, I'm the radio host, producer, presenter of Inside the Zone. It's the community platform where information is guaranteed. The show is aired on Mondays with the Monday Drive, 5 to 7 p.m. And on Thursday, I have Center Stage, the platform where voices are heard and people connect. And of course, I am here with the girls on a Saturday morning at 10 with Satideh Mawnin runnings. And, this is where we reminisce and talk about the good old days. And from time to time, we do
current
talk about
events and things of that
current
nature.
Yeah.
affairs and stuff.
We
Right.
are a multifaceted group.
Multifaceted.
We
Absolutely.
will fling it over there so and grab it over yasser, and then we return over there so.
Uh-huh.
Same so, same so.
And then
So,
we come full center. We are
yeah,
all things to all people, you know.
indeed, indeed. Same so. So,
Yeah,
we're wrapping up now, but we want to say thanks to everybody for come.
definitely.
Everybody who have granny, those of you who are now grandparents,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you have picked out certain strategies from how grandma used to do stuff, and it
Mm-hmm.
worked. And it worked. So
And
we,
sometimes you don't pick it, you know, it just
yes,
you get it by osmosis, and only when you're delivering it, you say, but wait, that's what granny used to do.
absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
we can't say nothing. But today for
Okay,
me, you know,
Marty.
tomorrow for you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Today
Jackie
for
got to
me,
run.
tomorrow for you. Puss and dog no have the same
Same
luck.
look.
No
Mm-hmm.
sorry for my good dog. Him turn around
The
by
same luck.
things that we granny used to say. So we want
Yeah.
to listen up and tell on no fi come go on round, galang round, go up,
Mm-hmm.
go down, so go round, so go back, so what you miss?
Go sweep the yard.
May I go over so?
Eh,
May I go over so?
Aye.
So,
so blessings,
so me will
girls.
see you know.
Yeah.
It was awesome. Love or no. Thanks
Yeah,
for
right.
just being a part of this journey
Yeah.
with me. So
Yeah.
thank
Another
you,
good
Pinky,
one.
everybody. See you in the next week, yeah.
All right. All good.
All right.
Granny Chronicles. Them say the older the moon, the brighter it shines. But Lord, when Granny did talk it, come with wisdom and discipline. And if you want skip your chores, she say, "Was sweet nanny goat a go run in belly? Come in,
My
Max."
granny used to say, "Let me spit on the drop before you come back." Yes, if you grew up in my era, those were the words you would hear from your grandparents. So join us Saturday morning and Saturday morning runnings, 10 a.m. sharp, Facebook Live and YouTube Live. Because guess what? If your granny or your grandpa they grow, you will know it, it's stay. So come join me now. Go put in on the 2 cents.
Join with this Saturday morning for the Granny Chronicles Inside the Zone with Lady D and the crew on YouTube. Like, share, and subscribe. Hi, I'm Lady D Denise Gomez, and I have exciting interview segments and features inside the zone. For recording artists, you can sing. Well, Inside the Zone, second Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. is for you. Writers, share your story, no man, in From the Author Zone on third Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. Mail Zone has unbelievably juicy stories of love, heartbreak, and triumph. 7 p.m. has never been this good. On Mondays, it's news, talk, engaging features at 7 in the Monday Drive. And Center Stage has everyone talking on Thursdays. Be a part of the show. Email me insidethezone@gmail.com or call me 914-304-2592.